Welcome to the Instacart Sim Series. We are here from the one and only New Hampshire Motor Speedway. But we're about to start, but I just need to change one thing in the options real quick. So there's the racing line, it's gone. Graphics. And then yeah, let's get into this one. Time to go racing at New Hampshire. But before we do that, we're gonna head into simulate until the end of qualifying, and then we won't check right now. And now let's go, and we are gonna go through the most. All right. So here are all the winners so far this season. Riley Herbst, and then we got the 78 Sheldon Creed. We got the 16 of AJ Allmendinger. Then we got Denny Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, and then we have Alex Bowman for the first 6 winners. Then we got Hamlin with 2. And then the 16 who has 2 wins on the year. Priest gets his first. That's 7 different winners. 7th, 3 different drivers with multiple wins. And then we got Bubba Wallace, who wins Dover for the 4th multiple winner. Hamlin wins his 3rd for the first driver to get that. Reddick, the 8th winner. And the 9th winner, Ty Gibbs. And then we got the 10th winner. Alright, we never put like the Coke 600, which was Reddick who won. So 4, 5, 6 different winners. So this is after Charlotte, the standings. But now I like to show you the standings after Sonoma. After Sonoma, we got Gibbs, Elliott, and then all this. It's very interesting. You see how Gibbs has 2 wins, Hamlin. Bell has not won. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 winners so far. Here are the drivers who have not reached victory lane. So 11th is Chase, 12th is Bell, 13th is Byron, 14th is Larson, 15th is Blaney. The last car in is Mike McDowell, and 16th. Let's get into this one. Here is your starting lineup. The starting lineup, it's going to be an interesting one. We got Gregson, McDowell, all of these guys, Priest, all not with a great start. You see Bubba Wallace back here, Truex with yet to win. Gibbs, Elliott, Busher, Larson, Reddick, Bowman, Chastain, Logano, Hamlin, Byron, Bell, SVG, Blaney, Bush. Solid lineup. So now let's get into this one. The green flag is in the air. We're racing at the Magic Mile, New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And you see down in turn 1 and 2, we got the 12 of Ryan Blaney ahead of the 20 of the 97 Shane Van Gisbergen. SVG, we have some 3 wide action going on. Here in the back, a lot of chaos going on here on lap 1. We got 3 wide racing in the back of the field. Stenhouse in the middle, 3 wide with 2 Chevys beside him. Oh, contact, near contact there. A a lot of aggressive racing going early on, and I understand that. They're trying everything they can to get up to the front. Track position will be always key at these tracks, but a lot of great racing going on at tracks like this. Not really what we see early on, but good battles to start the day off. The battle for 15th. Gibbs versus Elliott, but the top lane. Oh, big mistake from Alex Bowman there. A lot of great racing throughout this field, and it looks like it's gonna be like a mini pack race here. We are yet to get single file out at all. We're moving up through the field, and we see the 12 car is out front by a good amount. Everybody else, the 12 and 97, have pulled away. And let's see what everyone else can be able to do here. Bowman, Elliott, Bowman and Larson right there. Right outside the top 10 is Larson. But who are some of the early favorites as you see early in this run? We got Logano trying to make a comeback this season. 20 Christopher Bell. He's charging up through this field each and every week. Faster car. Front of the field finally stringing out single file. But we see a great amount of battles. The 45 of Tyler Reddick around trying to get to the outside of Joey Logano. It's just a very even, early on in this race, everything looks like everyone has great stuff. Oh my God, what a move by Cindric trying to block Chase Elliott all the way down the track. But very entertaining start to this one at New Hampshire. Right now, fastest lap, Shane Van Gisbergen, a 32 flat. And here are the lap times. 32.1 is kind of, we have not, tire wear does not seem to be a factor right now. The field finally stringing out single file, but the speeds don't seem to be there. It looks like everyone is not, all the rate times very close together. You see again, it barely even changes. A tenth makes the difference here. Byron currently in the 5th spot, only a tenth off of his best lap. Christopher Bell, he's cruising up through here. He just put up his fastest lap of the day, and he is absolutely on a heater right now. So Bell, Bush, they're coming through this field at good pace. But Shane Van Gisbergen, looks like they're going to gain a bit more time, just a bit. But SVG on Ryan Blaney real well. And Corey LaJoy has blown up. The caution flag does not seem like it will be flying. Good, interesting stuff back here. You see, these are the battles right back here in the mid-30s. A lot of bumping and banging going on around here. So LaJoy's first DNF, it looks like. Down the back straightaway they go. Oh my god. All these guys. It's they're having a tough time. They're 6 tenths of a second off the pace each and every lap. There is nothing that they're gonna get out of this. So they're still putting up lap times. So we are gonna be interested to see pit strategy is gonna be like the most interesting part for me. So here we got a little bit of a glimpse of the battles right outside the top 30. Here are the battles right around the 20th spot. All these guys looking to get into the top 20 because the top 20 is what pays at the end of the day. Top 20 is where you want to be. And let's see. Oh, we are moving up into the teens. Truex, last car in the top 20. Elliott struggling here today. No cautions yet. 13 laps into this one. But Elliott seems like something's very off with that car. That usually happens with that team at New Hampshire. They're usually firing off really well or not at all. So it might be one of those days for that team. And let's hear what this team says about how this car is. It's very tough. I cannot turn this thing. We're gotta make some big adjustments. I have to slow down a ton if I want to get any lap time out of this thing. It's just a miserable car. Some words from Chase Elliott says, yeah, you can see he is going all the way down to 87 miles an hour. That is a little much, don't you think? That is not looking like a car that is handling pretty well. He, you could tell that it's a little bit better in 3 and 4, but like look at the lap times here. You could say tire wear is kicking in a little bit, but it's not 2 tenths off of his fastest lap. Bubba Wallace is not a pretty uncharacteristic start to this one for a lot of drivers, especially for Ty Gibbs, one of the fastest drivers each and every week. He has 2 wins on the season. He's the points leader. He is my championship. He has arrived in a big way here early in season 1. Wasn't the best, but he is coming on strong in the later weeks of the season. But like we're making our way up through into the top 10. But we are about to head back. These are the guys battling around top 10. A lot of Reddick still trying to get around the 22 Logano. That is what I was talking about early on. Track position is king, and you are not going to make it through this race with not having good track position. So let's say Ty Gibbs, you are not gonna, unless a crazy caution happens or something along those lines. Um, no caution is happening right now. It looks like everyone's calm and steady. Um, but the whole top 10 within 5 seconds. So let's just wait and see. So we'll be back in about 5 laps for a commercial break in the Instacart Sim Series at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We are back. Instacart Sim Series at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. An amazing racetrack, had a great action. One of a fan favorites. Most fans very enjoy that very well. But it is a fun race. So far, we see Blaney has been putting up very quick lap times. Recently, he gained 4/10 of a second on SVG, and Christopher Bell losing some of that time. But Chase Elliott, he's found something on that long run. So it looks like Blaney just had a one-hit wonder of a lap time. Alright, battle for the fourth position. Kyle Busch, William Byron going at it on lap 23. And Byron, he's going to get to the inside. It is very hard to pass. But it's just, if you are there, you can still get the pass done. Here he comes. William Byron trying to put himself in the fourth position. The fourth position looks like a great spot to be, but he is not able to get the pass done. Bowman working on Tyler Reddick. But the 20th Christopher Bell, he's gaining a lot of time. He is going to be right up in the mix and a little bit. That's what we were thinking about a while ago. But he's absolutely gone from the rest of this field now. For sure. Alright, this still the battle is all the way to the back bumper. Good battles through this field, but the big one to keep your eye on is the lap time difference between these guys up here. The lap times are falling off 7/10 of a second, just about. And these guys, they are going to be lap cars, and we just need to find out what happened to that 36 car. He had issues early on. We heard he hit the wall, broke toe link. It had repairs done. But these guys pretty far off the pace of everyone else. So let's see what they could do. 30 laps in this race. Wait, what did I just see? I feel like there's a car on the inside lane. So let's like take a minute to look. What is down there? Oh, there isn't anything. So it's a big 3-car battle for the win at New Hampshire. Pit stops are going to be a big moving point in this race to see who has the best shot at winning. Priest has had no luck since he won last at Dega. It's been an awful year ever since and before that as well. Just a lot of pain for that team. Looking through the field, we got some of these guys. 20th, AJ Allmendinger, you could say the same after, let's say like Texas or his Martinsville win. He won 2 races early on, hasn't been able to do much since. And Chase Elliott, he is showing speed, but no one's making any passes. And Gibbs, he's just fallen back and further. So is Chris Buescher. But Cindric, he's on the climb. Larson, he got past. These guys, they've been battling a lot. So Larson is the 10th. And then the 45 is getting pressured by Kyle Larson. This is when lap times, most of the differential in lap time is where we're going to see it right now. We're halfway through this race in just a few laps. So 33 out of 76 complete. Halfway, so this is 38 plus 37 plus 38. Lap 38 will be halfway, so just about 5 laps till halfway. But these guys are not running too well. It's a whole big old train from here to like 20th. They are very far like out of it. And at this rate, we'll be seeing lap traffic. So 20 around lap every 10, at lap 50, at lap 45. It depends if we see a caution flag. Chastain, he's up ahead and working on Denny Hamlin. This looks like it could finally work out. Joey Logano has hit the pit lane. He was one of the first guys to pit just a few laps ago. And he's absolutely, he's flying now. Logano had issues, falls 3 laps down to the field. He's literally running the fastest laps. But let's see, fastest lap still with Shane Van Gisbergen. Larson ran a good one. And yeah, those are the fastest lap presented by Instacart. Shane Van Gisbergen in the 97 has been falling off each and every lap. Ryan Blaney running faster and faster. If Christopher Bell, he's like, if I was Christopher Bell, I would let Logano by, follow through his tire tracks, and then hope that he helps you forward to the front like you expect to happen. Kyle Busch a whole second off the pace. These guys are not doing too well. And then you see Joey Logano laying on the fresh rubbers. He is making his way through the field at rapid pace. Joey Logano, he is absolutely gonna get. So let's say Logano gets I actually do expect to be about 2 laps down at most after the pit cycle, but I don't know how he got 3 laps. 2 laps at most. is acceptable. But 3, he's gonna have to make up a whole bunch of time. What happened on that pit stop is what we gotta figure out. Also heard Logano had a good amount of issues as well. But the 20 of Christopher Bell, finally, he is working around Shane Van Gisbergen. And the top 3 within a second for the first time this race. So 22 got around the 12 car of Ryan Blaney that held him up a little bit. And now Blaney let that happen pretty easily. So now Byron finally around the Kyle Busch. So Chastain, I believe he hit the pit lane as well. Let's see if Chastain comes out of there pretty quickly, because he is probably one that would need. The top 5 drivers have not won this season, so a lot of pressure goes for them. Let's see what is the issue with Chastain. He's 1 lap down. It seems like Ross just has a big failure. The 14 of Briscoe comes into the pit lane. So Briscoe actually is a driver that has hit the pit lane. So Briscoe probably isn't one that had damage like Chastain. So pit cycle has begun. And it looks like the leaders are coming in. And the one I see, I have my eyes on the 20 of Christopher Bell. Early on the 20 car. If anyone would, this is dangerous for the rest of the field. The 20 car in the pit lane, he's best at New Hampshire, his best racetrack. Now, you're going to give him the advantage of the fresh rubber. Things do not look good for you if you are a competitor of him. So everyone else into the pit lane. Shane Van Gisbergen and Kyle Busch do not hit the pit lane. But Ryan Blaney does, and Blaney, he is going to be a one that you are going to have to keep your eye on when he comes out. So we're going to run through the field again around lap 50. Here's Ty Gibbs, Kyle Larson. You just see Logano right there. I believe that that's him putting himself 1 lap down, maybe on the lead lap. So I hope it's putting him on the lead lap. Because Briscoe, yeah, that's probably putting him on the lead lap, because everyone got multiple laps down. But somehow, some way, he keeps that lead spot over the 20 of Christopher Bell. Oh, Bell just nearly had him there. But the fresher tires could play a factor in this thing. SVG is yet in the pit lane, so we'll just wait and see. SVG coming right here. Who's going to get out first? Shane Van Gisbergen. He is just getting out the pit lane. And it's going to look like a 3rd spot for SVG. So Bell leapfrogs 1, but not 2. But Bell, I would push right now or save my tires till the end. Stay right here and give it all that Blaney needs. Now the pit cycle has basically gone through. Everyone has pitted. Blaney's back out front. And now the 20 Christopher Bell, the Magic Mile, his best racetrack of them all. You are going to expect to see this 20 car absolutely try to get his first win of an Instacart Sim Series season at his best track. And wouldn't be shocked if this unravels the gates, and he is going to go absolutely ham the rest of the season. The gap and not too huge, but Bell right there. Blaney, he's looking to drive his way into the playoffs. William Byron, he gained so much lap time there, 2.9, 2.8 seconds. So we could see maybe a fourth or a Hamlin, the 24, the 11 could get into this mix. But Shane Van Gisbergen gaining a bit of time as well. Good job by Alex Bowman and Tyler Reddick to now show what they actually got. Let's go through this field. So, yeah, the 22 Logano is a lap down. Ross Chastain, his clutch has failed on him. And here's the top running down through the field. Joey Logano, 40th right now, 1 lap down. The 36 is the 39th, 1 lap down. 38th, we got 34 Michael McDowell. 37th, the 10 is of Noah Gragson. The 37th, 31, Daniel Hemrick. 35th, we got the 77 of Carson Hocevar. The 78 is the driver, Sheldon Creed. And these are the guys that we expect to get lapped. So the lap time's 32 seconds. So they got 6 seconds to gain on them. And then we got the 41 of Ryan Preece. The 51 of Justin Haley. The 38 of Todd Gilliland. And then we got Harrison Burton, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. In 28th, we got Austin Hill. 27th is Zane Smith. And we got a battle for 4th with the 24 and the 11, who is even faster somehow. 26th with 3 of Austin Dillon. 13th, the 25th is 25th. We got the 13 of Chandler Smith. 24th, we got John Hunter Nemechek. 23rd, the 50 car, which is driven by Connor Daly. The 43 car in 22nd, Eric Jones. In 21st, we have the driver of the 4, Josh Berry. In 20th, Martin Truex Jr. 18th, the 15 of Kaz Gralla. In 18th, we got the 9 Chase Elliott. 17th, Brad Keselowski. 16th, the 54 of Ty Gibbs. In 15th, we got 23 of Bubba Wallace. And in 14th, we got the 99 Daniel Suarez. 13th, we got the 16 of AJ Allmendinger. Good run for that team, finally. 17th has the 17 of Chris Buescher. 11th, Kyle Larson. And then in the top 10, we got the 14 of Chase Briscoe, the 8 of Kyle Busch, the 2 of Austin Cindric, the 45 of Tyler Reddick, the 48 of Alex Bowman, top 5, the 11 of Denny Hamlin, the 24 William Byron, the 97 of Shane Van Gisbergen, and the 20 Fritz Bell. And at the front of the field is Ryan Blaney. So these guys, they are very in a bad territory. The leader. All right, so the leader just got off the corner, and you see him right there. All these guys just entering a corner. Not a lot of ground is the difference between all of these guys. And they are running in heavy lap traffic, so not good spot to be in. Battles for the 10th spot. We got the 14, the 5, and the 17. It's kind of all the guys you'll see battling for it. So let's see who wins this battle. Briscoe right there. Kyle Busch, Austin Cindric, and this is the battle for an 8th and 9th. You could see the guys behind them come into the battle. So let's say from Allmendinger to here, you probably see battles. because they're within a second. And then these guys, they've got a battle going on. And here comes Kyle Busch to the inside, trying to get the spot. SVG got around the 20 of Christopher Bell, so he is struggling pretty heavily. What we seen with that team, but that team looked like that team to beat very quick early on. Kyle Busch, good stuff. But now they are bringing the 914 of Chase Briscoe right into this battle. Can Busch get clear into turn one? It looks like he barely is. And Kyle Busch is clear for a spot. Good battle over there. So now it's a 5-car battle for the 8th through 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. So this is a big battle to watch out for. But the next battles are 45 and 48. There we'll be seeing the 11, 40. So big battle for the 4th through for a top 5 spot. 7th through 4th battle now over here. 2 Toyotas versus 2 Hendrick cars. But Christopher Bell, he's struggling very heavily. So it might be a battle between the top 3 through 7. But it looks like all these guys have stalled out, and it's looking like it's going to be a battle like that is going to be from the very beginning. It's looking like the top 2 all day long, the top 3 maybe even, are going to battle it out, trying to get the win. So let's see how SVG does. Coming up, they're 4 seconds back. Hamlin is getting very desperate to get around the 24 of William Byron. He feels like he has the speed, but she's 36 back in the pit lane. But now 15 or so laps remaining, and not a lot of time. SVG very quick, and it is all on. And everyone trying just different lines, doing whatever they can to make speed, get up through the field, and try. And even if a caution comes out, it's probably to save tires is probably a good play. It looks like the caution has came out, and let's see what the caution flag is for. What? All right, now we're gonna go with the pace car. Let's see what the caution is for. That is where the caution is out. And now let's go through the field and see what happened. So late race yellow. Don't really see anything that went on. It looks like the 50 car. So let's look back and see what the 50 car. Did the 50 car just blow up? So the 50 blew up, and just how we thought Ryan Blaney or Shane Van Gisbergen, and maybe even Christopher Bell, who was very quick early on, who had this race locked up, and not anymore. We're gonna have to. So the yellow flag is out. 10 laps remaining now. And the green flag's back in the air. The green flag just came out. And you could see the leader is still Ryan Blaney. So SVG, he's going to try and get himself his first win of the season. But same could be said about all drivers in the top 4 currently. The 24 William Byron has not won yet. The 20 Christopher Bell, same about with him. So the big battle is going to be with these top 2. They have been the top 2 right from the start of the drop of the green flag. Looking like it might continue through the rest of this race. But Christopher Bell, let's hear it with his team radio. I don't know what we did to this thing. It does not drive like it did before. It drove the center of the corner so well. Now it just does not turn at all. We were like good for like the first 2 laps of each run, and then it just shuts off. I don't know what we gotta do. Bell looking pretty frustrated. But after he drove his way all the way up with that long 60-lap run to the 2nd spot, and he short pitted to get right to the back bumper of the 12 like how SVG is right now. Shane Van Gisbergen been right there all day long. At times it seems like how he is basically out of it, but he has been right there. And William Byron keeps moving along. What a run for that team. That team has had some great moments, but he is going to try and maybe do something about it, but the 36 car is standing in their way. But for right now, unless we see a lot of lap time differential between these guys, which we do not see, the top 2, it's gonna be a duel between Ryan Blaney and Shane Van Gisbergen, the Red Bull 97 and the Menards 12 car. The Blaney has led every single lap, not during the green flag pit cycle. It is a performance that we've seen over and over again by this team. We've seen it. We've seen SVG have runs like he is having today. Most recently, the All-Star race. Been right so close, beating Ty Gibbs in that one. And the dominant driver all year long, Denny Hamlin, 3 wins. Only him and the 23 of Bubba Wallace can say that they have accomplished that. But the gap is closing, but it's been very hard to pass all race long. The 97 right to the back bumper of the 12. These 2 have been right bumper to bumper all race long, but the 97 hasn't even been able to get the pass completed. The same could be said about the 11. He's been right behind the 24 William Byron. Same with Alex Bowman for 20, 30 laps and hasn't been able to do anything about it. Well, SVG was gaining a lot of time before this restart, but we could have just seen him because he was a lot quicker, like by 5/10 of a second almost. But SVG, he's right all over the. It looked like he hit him down the back straightaway, maybe doing some bump drafting. But the 97, he's going to try maybe one of his only opportunities to get around the 12 car by the top side. The top side works a lot better to make a pass done. The 22, Joe Logano pitting for some reason. 2 laps remain. The 12 of Ryan Blaney trying to get his first win of the season to be the 11th different winner so far. The 97 trying to do the same thing as well. And if the 97 wins, he will be into the playoffs. Right now, he is currently outside by a good amount. But if he does not win anyway, it will be a great amount of points to his name, and he will be moving way up through the standings. Down the back straightaway, what will SVG have for Ryan Blaney? One last move can be made in 3 and 4. It looks like he's going to race him clean. Great battles by these guys all race along. The 12 of Ryan Blaney's going to hold off Shane Van Gisbergen and win his way into the playoffs at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. What a drive by the 12 car. They brought the speed from they had the speed all weekend long, but it did not seem like they were the quickest car because they saw a lot of they were contested by the 20 Christopher Bell, the 97, as well as the 24 and 11 of Denny Hamlin, who gets passed by Alex Bowman right at the line. So here is your race results. The top 20 all receives points. So here is what I'll just scroll through. You could read it yourself. We got Jones, Haley, Suarez, Elliott, Keselowski, Allmendinger, and that's the rest of the top 15. Gibbs, Briscoe, Wallace, Cindric, and now your top 10. Busher, Cindric, Larson, Bush, Reddick, and Bell falling off late there for a 6th spot. Unfortunate, after basically about where he started, drove his way up. One of the only cars that could pass, really. We got Hamlin there in 5th. Alex Bowman came from back around 15th spot. And Ty Gibbs, I like to talk about him. Uncharacteristic day for someone like Ty Gibbs, Chase Elliott, Mark Truex Jr., Kyle Larson wasn't much of a show. They were absolutely nothing. And Gibbs was the most recent winner at Nashville. Next up, we got Montreal. That'll be a fun one. But SVG, so close. Road racing, that has been his specialties. So he was a favorite at Sonoma. Almost got that one done. But Bowman has been very close. Won the first one and finished about 3rd in the 2nd road course. Suarez won at Sonoma. So let's see who will get it done. Ryan Blaney, big sigh of relief for that team, getting the first win of the season. They've been really good on these short, flat ovals. You could talk about Richmond, where they could have won, and the Gateway. And also, you could talk about Phoenix. So, him and Hamlin, they have conquered the short ovals all year long. And now for time for Ryan Blaney's burnouts. Blaney is your winner at New Hampshire. Alright, now time for Blaney to burn it down. For the first time this season, he is a winner. Blaney very happy with that result. Time to go and burn it down. The 12 of Ryan Blaney has hit victory lane. Giving the fans for the fans camping out on back. Ryan Blaney's gonna burn it down at New Hampshire. Ryan Blaney wins at New Hampshire.
Stats are really good here, and you listen to that story about 1,500 Hendrick employees showing up. That doesn't surprise me, and I know it doesn't surprise you guys either. That's just what Rick Hendrick, Hendrick Motorsports, Hendrick Automotive Group. That's just who they are as people and how they operate, and they are all about the people, which is one thing that makes them so great.
Said it on the quarter panel of Alex Bowman's car. They do it right. Rick Hendrick always does it right. Jamie?
And Jeff Gordon, you guys were just talking about
William Byron wins.
Jeff, it's a big celebration this weekend. What's it like for you? Just
Ryan Blaney is the winner at New Hampshire. What a race.
Yeah, I mean, it's been such an incredible 40 years at Hendrick Motorsports. I've been so fortunate to be a part of 30 plus of them. And yeah, just been reminiscing with Rick and with Linda and so many people that have been here for many, many years. And Jeff Bodine's going to be here. And, you know, just that first win, how critical it was to the future and where we are today at Hendrick Motorsports. Never knew we were going to have the success here in Martinsville that we did after that. But, yeah, it's just been really special. We got 1,500 people, employees, and family and friends that are going to be here to celebrate. The cars look beautiful in that ruby red, which is the 40th anniversary color. And right now, more focus on performance and how we're going to do. But no matter what, we're going to celebrate. Thanks, Jeff. Thank you.
The team then was called All-Star Racing. There's Jeff Bodine, who drove that number 5.
Domination by Ryan Blaney
Interestingly enough, Bodine came out of the modifieds in the Northeast.
off
Second that day. Ron Bouchard also came from the modifieds. And two of the three fastest drivers in this practice right now are the winners of the last two NASCAR modified races here, Corey LaJoie and Ryan Preece.
Well, these are great opportunities for those guys. Corey LaJoie, obviously, like you said, won the modified race here, short track racer. Ryan Preece, short track racer, and you know, I know he loves coming to these types of racetracks and being able to showcase that short track talent. But really, a lot of these guys in this field, most of these guys in this field have spent a fair amount of time on our short tracks across the country. So this is a racetrack that's right in everybody's wheelhouse to go back to their roots.
I'm glad you said that about Preece. This is a good racetrack for him. Obviously, plays right in his strong suits, but look for him to be good. You can see him right on the pylon, third place overall, and his best consecutive and 15-lap averages look pretty sporty as well.
He's won a pole here and led the race until he was told he could fire off from his pit box without slowing down for the speed line. Didn't recover from that penalty.
We'll see you in the next one. What a race. So make sure to tune in for Montreal.
She's been looking for. Sotyktu is the first of its kind once daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. For the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding that outfit psoriasis tried to hide from you, or finding your swimsuit is ready for prime time. TIC2 can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver or kidney problems, high triglycerides, or had a vaccine or plan to. So TIC2 is a TIC2 inhibitor. TIC2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known that the TIC2 has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. Ask your dermatologist about some TIC2 for clearer skin. So clearly you. So TIC2.
Our Wi-Fi works in every room, even the basement. Creepy down there, but true. Does this help? No, that actually makes it way worse.
Get wall-to-wall Wi-Fi on the Xfinity 10G network.
A national taste test determined America's favorite boneless wings. Applebee's won. How about that? We don't even have wing in our name. Get them now for just 50 cents.